Good day, everyone. I am thrilled to have you here as we explore some of the most essential tools in Excel. I apologize for being unable to send in a video last week. I do hope you found the poster with a few formulas which we intend to use today useful. I also hope you were able to try those formulas out in Excel. For those who weren't able to, never mind. We'll do that together in this video. Today's session focuses on using the tools we have learned over the past videos and weeks to demonstrate daily tracking of income and expenses, visualizing spending trends using charts and formulas, and creating a monthly dashboard to analyze spending patterns. Let's assume that you want to maintain a simple monthly budget tracker for your household expenses. Over the past month, while tracking your income and expenses, you made the following discoveries which you saved in the following Excel file. Here, we have income which you recorded on specific days, representing your different sources of income, salary, loans, and other gains. And then your expenses include at least one entry per day with multiple entries on some days. Our data set here covers all major categories: rent, shopping, transport, utilities, subscription, food, education, and health. First, let's set up a table with the following columns. Let's have category, amount spent, your budget, and the difference. I forgot to mention as well that you also have a certain budget that you want to spend per category of your expense category, and then we also include a 15% savings on whatever income you earn. While doing your budget, you also fix your savings to be at 15% of whatever income you earn per month. So because we have our savings fixed at 15%, we can use a formula of 0.15 multiplied by our income, which in this case is 370,000. So it brings our savings to 55,500 naira for this individual. So let's go back to creating our table. Okay. Again, we have highlighted our budget per category based on our income for this month. We have the dates which we recorded all our transactions. These are the sources of income, and on the dates that they were received, and these are the amount. And then for expenses, this is the category, this is the amount we spent on them. Let us now calculate the difference. In this case, the difference will be the income we earned on salary minus the amount spent on rent. That gives us 180k. So we have 180k left to spend for the rest of the year. How much did for the rest of this month? To get what the balance after shopping on the 2nd of November, it will be the difference minus the amount on shopping. And we can take that down until the 14th. And on the 15th, we have as balance the difference from the 14th. We add to that the loan of 50k, and from that we deduct the subscription of 1000 naira that we made. Then our balance on the 16th will now be the difference we had on the 14th minus the amount we spent on shopping on that day, the 16th. And this will continue until when we receive a new income, which is on the 25th. So the balance on the 25th will be the difference from the 24th plus the income we received. So that income, and then we remove from that another subscription, maybe credit data. Okay. And then that gives us our balance for the 25th. Our balance on the 26th will be the difference that we have on our income less the amount we spent on health on that day. And that is how we'll be able to compute our what we have as balance at the end of the month. Okay. Let us also add another column here to represent our savings. So we'll say insert, shift cells down, and we give that the date of the 30th as well, last day of the month. We want our savings. Let's put it as an expense because we are sending it to another account. Okay, we want our savings to be, we said, 15% of our income for the month. So that is 55. So what do we have at the end of this month? It looks like we saved more. We have 30,500 naira to play with, which we can decide to either add to our savings or to increase our spending in the next month. Okay. Now, here you'll see that we have used the same font size. We left our headers in bold. We have also used the sum function to calculate total expenses. Okay, we have used the difference function to calculate how much is left, income less amount spent, and also the difference less amount spent per day. We can also use the sum function to compute how much we have as total income and also as total amount spent for the month. Okay. This also tells us that we have some jara, so to say, which if you check it, it should also give us the same amount, 30,500 naira here, because what we actually did was just income less expenses. Okay. So we have extra 30,500 naira in this case. We can also sort, we can also sort we can also decide to organize our data by the difference column, by the category column, okay, or by the amount spent column, just to see how much, did I spend per, for example, category, or how much did I spend on specific things. So let us say, for example, I want to find out what's the average spending per category. How much did I spend on rent or on education or on food, for example? On food, how much did I spend on food? We can decide to sort the category column. To do that, you highlight the headers and you can decide to filter, okay, or you can decide to sort. Let us say that we're going to sort the category column and we want to sort either A to Z or Z to A. We want to expand the selection so that it takes note of the date, specific dates for when those things occurred. Okay. Or let's do it this way. Let's not tamper with what we have already done. So let us create a new section. Okay, good. And then we say, I want you to sort. So there you go. Let us go back to where we had the category and the budget. And then we compare this. Let's now compare this with the actuals. Okay, so we have our budget. This category, we have our budget, and this is actual spending. Let's call this actual spending, which we also want to be in naira. So you go to insert symbol, click on the naira symbol, and you insert. Also want this to be bold. So you either use Control B or you come to home and then you say bold. Okay. For education, I spend on education. How much did I spend on? Did you spend on food? Okay, let's make this neat. So on groceries, which was only one item, health, on health, we spent a total of 26,000 while we had budgeted 20,000. Okay. On rent, we spent a total of 120,000 when we had budgeted 100,000. On shopping, we spent a total of 44,500. We seem to be overshooting our budget, at least for the last three that we have computed. Okay, we saved on subscription. Did we save on transport? Let's see. Oh, yes, we did quite a bit. So maybe we did a lot of work from home here. For utilities, we spent 15,000, and then we wanted to save the same thing, 15%. But we see that there was there seems to be a little profit of 30,500. Let us assume that no, I want to actually add that profit. Okay, I want to add the 30,500 to my savings for the month rather than go and spend it in the next month. So we can add that and say I'm going to add 30,500 to the 15%, okay, of 55, and the 15% was 55,500. So we saved that. Let's also make it readable exactly. So this was our budget. This was what we spent, actual spending. We can also use the sum formula again to find the totals here. Sorry, it's a mistake. I forgot the equal to sum. So we budgeted out of our income of 370, we actually only budgeted 368. And then, yeah, because we have added the extra, we have the exact amount under the actual spending. All right, so here we can decide to visualize our data using basic charts. Okay, so in that case, we can decide to highlight, for example, category and amount spent. Okay, and then we go to insert, say charts, give me a chart. This is a chart that is just showing you first off how much you spent per item. Okay, how much you spent per category for this month. Again, another thing that we can do here is using we can use our budget to create like a which shows us first off what it is that we spend our income on as well. We can also do that in another chart, and it looks really similar. Let us say that we remove the savings bit, from both of them. So what is it really that we spend our money on? And it's rent. Okay. Again, that's another way to see it. In terms of the budget, we intended to spend more on rent, on food, and shopping. But what our actual spending was actually rent, shopping, and education before food. So it just gives an idea of what our spendings look like. So you can also try your hands on creating different graphs, okay, not just pie charts. You can also try them on bar charts, line graphs, and see what you're able to make out of that. Put them on a clean PowerPoint or even on a clean Excel sheet. Make your own dashboards. The steps that we covered here today include data entry, formatting, formulas, sorting, charts, and more. And they're just the beginning. Remember, Excel is a powerful tool, and the more you practice, the more confident you'll become. I encourage you to try out these features with your own data sets, whether for personal use or for work. Thank you for joining me today. If you have questions or specific features that you'd like me to cover in the future, feel free to reach out. Let's keep learning and growing together.